Hello everyone, I'm Marco. I'm the founder and CEO of Creation, and today I want to show you our playground. And what you see here is the starting point of every creation process, what you do with creation. So you start with this endless feed of inspiration. You can get inspired by unique designs which were only created by our AI for you. So we learn what you like and what you don't like, and then generate new designs specifically tailored to you. So you just start browsing through the feed, see what you like, what you don't like, and then just say okay, I want to save this in this category, I want to save this in that gallery. You can also, if it's getting too messy, because I want to create a chair today, just select the categories, what category you want to show, what category you don't want to show. For this purpose of creating a chair, selected right now lamps and chairs. So I browsed through lamps and chairs and see if the AI already generated something in the direction what I like, what I continue based upon. Didn't really find something right now, so I deselected lamps and only went for chairs today and looked for something there. And then I found this wooden chair, this massive chair, in this Bauhaus style, which I really liked. So I generated two similars, by just dragging out the plus symbol, to see what variations there I would do based upon the starting point. Was happy with this one, then generated another similar, so saved this one, generated again another similar of the other starting point. And then I also remembered I had this one chair what I already saved in one of the galleries before. What would be a more of a mixture between those two chairs look like. So I selected the one of the gallery, the brown chair, and just dragged the plus button and released and generated this morph between those. And then on the left side, I was okay, I like that variation, but maybe what material would be interesting. That morph, I also said I want to go more to the base right now, to see what a design would look like more to the starting point. Then selected this metal thing for the left chair, press and regenerate, so to see this chair and with the metal variation. Wanted to see what this chair would look like in white, just select the color, selected white, and press and regenerate. Then another morph, to see which where's that point of where's the tipping point of those two. Then I had this yellow chair, what I really liked. It's this filigrane chair, how would a morph between this really brutal chair and this really minimal yellow chair look like. In the meantime, the white generation was over, so I was okay, that's a little bit too much white, so a little bit darker, just do a little bit a different hue. Select that nano one again, let that generate, and then zoomed out to see which generation is already done. Where direction did it go? Did I like this one variation or not? And then started a new variation on the same time. The others also done. So it's this continuous workflow. You start something here, see what is rendered, see the results. For example, this is the result between the yellow chair and the wooden chair, which I was really surprised by and really liked. So I was okay, let's do a morph in that one. Then this is this gray chair again. I wanted to see it in a mint colorway to see how different colorways of that brutal chair would look like. Generated another morph in the same time. So the way or the idea of creation on these boards is that you can generate, explore different directions of this design space at the same time, and intuitively, okay, do I like this direction? Okay, then let's keep on going that way. Oh yeah, maybe that direction is also interesting, so let's keep on going that way. And so I can always zoom out to see the overview, but then also zoom back in and then be okay, yeah, I like this green chair. How would this look like in maybe a blue? And then test it out, let it start the AI, let it work. And then look back at it. It's okay, yeah, this was the result in blue. Was this something I had in mind or not? And then kept on working on it. And it's okay, this metal chair could be interesting to morph into those two, getting more and more metal with the yellow chair. So it's getting into this flow state or state of flow where you just intuitively try out different stuff. Like, what mood is this kind of like what I want to do? What mood do I kind of like want this design to have? And then kind of like just exploring and playing, basically. So I was like, this was this other chair, what I kind of like, I was getting closer to ones like what I kind of like was trying to do this for this example or for this try. I was like, yeah, how about like this chair? Like, really like the proportions of those chairs. It's like this top one. And then here I selected again a different, like I wanted to have it like in a rosé color. So you can really easily create different color variations of like the same design. I was like, yeah, how is this a morph between this metal chair, what it created out of the yellow ones, and this black one gonna look like? And then I kind of like selected the material, like uploaded previously some transparent materials, because I kind of like was on the idea, it's like I really want to do something transparent, but you can upload any material you kind of want. You can find in the website, on the web, upload to Creation and use this as a material you want your design to be. So I had like this chair design, which I really liked. Like this was, I think, the dark side already. And then I generated variations out of it to kind of save this design and played around, and then kind of like extracted the material again, because like sometimes there's a little trick. If you apply the same material twice, it doubles in strength, so you can kind of like play around with it and get even more transparent or translucent. But the cool thing is, like that's what I will show you in a second, is also that you can change the color. You can also, like with this transparent design, you can also change the colors, the same as like I did before with the blue chair and the pink chair. I can also change the colors of this like materials or just chairs. So here is the color change. I think that's the light side or the other side. For me, it's like more just try it out, play around with it, get into the flow, and I would love to see your designs. I hope you liked this little tutorial, how I kind of like work with Creation, or I think, or we think here at Creation, the new way of creating products will be.